Hi Collective, how are you all? Evie and I are doing good. Thank you all for being here and for spending time with us. We appreciate you guys. We love you so much, Collective. So let's tap in and let's see what we need to know about. Let's see what's in the Collective's energy. Earth Angel X wants to come back. Yeah. Could be doing mirror magic. Trying to send monitoring spirits. Person's unhinged. This person could have been like a monster in your life when they became unhinged. We got Laguz in reverse, and Laguz represents intuition. The letter L in water signs could be significant. Blocked intuition, lack of self-trust, and fear. Disconnected from spiritual self. May struggle with emotional imbalance or difficulties accessing your intuition. Struggling to hear inner voice and trusting inner guidance. Feel confused. Not fully engaged with your emotions. Unwilling to confront feelings needed to be addressed. A warning, the current situation is unsustainable. It's crucial to remove yourself from the circumstances before they worsen. Stop ignoring the signs and take action to address what's been concealed. The longer you avoid the truth, the more damage it will cause. Time to face reality and break free from unhealthy patterns. Seek the healing you need. This person needs to heal. They could have to go to the doctor. Been doing curses and hexes. Partying with a bartender. This person could drink a lot. Have a drinking problem. Could be involved in some organized crime here. Want you dead with curses and hexes. Could be doing like death magic here. You're going to jail. This person could be driving around your neighborhood. They could get arrested and go to jail. They have very childish behavior. They got caught red-handed, possibly by someone in their family. Or something to do with your family. And you're just happy. They don't want you to be happy. What else? A knife or a blade. Tampering with evidence. Pleasing themselves to your pictures. They lack accountability. They could get pulled over by a state trooper. Could be researching something at the library. This person's unhinged and having a psychotic break. They're so pissed off, possibly because they got pulled over. Could have been a knife or some kind of a blade could be involved in this. They're going to jail. We have an aunt in Michigan. An ex could want to go stay with their aunt or something. Clarify this blocked intuition here. They're in fear. They don't trust themselves. We got conviction. Set up by an undercover agent, officer, or detective. This has been coming out in my energy here, or in my readings. Spirit guides protect you. You have divine protection. So, divine protection lands under the doctor here. Your guides were protecting you from something. This person could be sick. We got Hagalaz, which means hail, as in H-A-I-L. Disruption, upheaval, crisis, and catalyst. The letter H and water signs could be significant. Heavy water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Period of upheaval or crisis that feels beyond your control. Clearing obstacles and making way for new growth. Dramatic shifts that reshape your life. Force you to face your worst fears. And that's what's going on over here, where they got set up and they were scared to face their fears. It could be unhinged, raged out, and having a psychotic break. Something crazy could happen. When they get pulled over by a state trooper here, they could lose their mind and end up trying to like resist arrest. They could have a knife or a blade on them. Oh my goodness. Someone could have to go to the doctor. Someone could get hurt in a tussle by a knife or a blade. Could be trying to say, I got caught, I'm going to jail, I was partying. Trying to get a hold of their family. They could call their aunt to help them get out of something here. Offers valuable lessons in resilience and adaptability. Weather the storm with grace and use experience to grow stronger and wiser. Turn what seems like a destructive force into a powerful opportunity. Yeah, that's learning the karmic lessons right there. Let go of the past. Temporary setbacks, obstacle, or disappointment. So partying has led to a crisis here. Party could get disrupted. Clarify curses and hexes. Emotional pain and suffering. Want you dead. Could escalate when they party. They were making you a victim. Going to jail in your neighborhood, thought you were an easy target. This person is a sex addict and they're pleasing themselves to your pictures. They got caught red-handed. Doing what? You're highly favored and highly blessed. You're so high vibrational. They got caught red-handed. They could want some kind of a plea deal because of some kind of childish behavior that got them caught up in jail. Under family and happy. We've got this plea deal here. Use your discernment and trust your intuition. Clarify this knife and blade tampering with evidence. 3D court tried to jump out and it jumped back in. We've got a bank employee. Someone's got a chronic health condition. That could be why they're going to the doctor over here. It could be mental health. They could have had somebody that... They could have a friend here that works in a bank. Your ex is pleasing themselves to your pictures. They're spying and they're stalking you. They could have a friend that works in the bank that did something. They could have gotten a friend to get rid of a knife or a blade that was used in some kind of crime. The bank employee could even be your ex's lover or like an ex-lover. We have torture. Trying to torture you with mirror magic. Your ex's lover could be doing mirror magic. Your ex's lover could get pulled over by a state trooper. They could be having a psychotic break. Researching something at the library. This stalker is very dangerous. They're unhinged. They're raised out. They're having a psychotic break, dealing with a narcissist, a psychopath, or a sociopath here. They fly off the handle. They have a really bad temper. They could have STDs. Want to come back. This ex wants to come back. They live in darkness. Their aunt could know that they have an STD. Talking about this set up by an undercover officer here. They can't keep their lies straight. A huge web of lies was created and they're going to prison. They've been exposed. They want your power for themselves. You're an empath and you're highly protected. So they created a huge web of lies and they can't keep their lies straight. They're full of fear because they're going to prison. Something's being exposed about what was found out at the doctor and your guides protected you from this person. They want your power, but you're highly favored, highly blessed, high vibrational, you're protected. This person has an illness. curses and hexes with emotional pain and suffering. They've contracted some kind of an illness here. Giving and receiving an illness. They gave these curses out. Now they're going to receive them back in an illness with emotional pain and physical suffering is going along with it because they wanted you dead doing death spells. Under going to jail, thought you were an easy target. We've got the Chinese zodiac sign of the snake. Could be the year of your birth or someone involved, or a year that something significant occurred. In 2025, we're in 2025 right now. They got caught red-handed. They have severe mental health issues. They're having a psychotic break. It's come out again. So when they got caught doing something here, they lost it. They lost it. This person is a control freak. Something could have occurred at a body of water. They want a plea deal. They could be asking their family to help them get some kind of a deal here with STDs, going to jail, going to prison. This person's stalking. They're like a predator here. They're getting set up by an undercover officer. And they could have multiple psychotic breaks. They could they're unhinged and raged out. They just keep losing their mind. Their ego has destroyed them. They thought that they had you figured out. They thought that you were an easy target with this bank employee and a knife or a blade over here. Karmic parents and karmic family members with this karmic family here. Karmic family pleasing themselves to your pictures. Lacks accountability. Stalking you, spying your ex here, and their karmic family members, their karmic parents. They're all toxic. We've got good law enforcement that's not corrupt, and the state trooper's not corrupt. We have Arizona. So the state trooper is this law enforcement officer here. They're getting set up. They could end up getting pulled over here for something. They're going to get caught red-handed with whatever it is. Someone could have a rash. We have a construction worker. They're unhinged because they have a rash. Yeah, you cut them off. This ex that wants to come back, they could have an STD here. Sacral chakra's blocked. Sexual dysfunction, addictions, lethargy, fear of emotional and sexual intimacy. They're just very lustful. Full of guilt and shame. Guilt blocks the sacral chakra. They have harmful intent. They went to the extreme, and they can't keep their lies straight with this undercover here. They're going to have a change of residence. Undergoing, doctor, spirit guides protect you, going to prison. We have being taken to jail and a change of residence. We have a nurse that could be involved. Clerk's office. A doctor and a nurse with an illness, emotional pain and suffering. This person's going to lose their driver's license. Somebody works on cars, could work in a shop or do restoration on cars. They want a plea deal. They could be begging their family to help them. They can't keep their lies straight. We've got the feds and a knife. We've got, here's this butcher that keeps coming out with this knife or blade. They could have gotten a bank employee to tamper with this evidence. They're going to be prosecuted by the feds. That's going to jail, being taken to jail, going to prison. It's out here 3 times. They want a plea deal. This butcher here. They're having a psychotic break. They thought that you were an easy target. This person's under investigation. Their family could be asking for some kind of plea deal so they could have a clean slate. No, they're going to be convicted. Wow. We've got this right here with a corrupt crime family, and this lands under the knife, blade, bank employee, and thought they had you figured out. Their ego destroyed them. This bank employee here has a chronic health condition and tampering with evidence with an unaliving here. We've got organized crime with a corrupt crime family. A lot of money's involved with these karmic family members. There's going to be a good outcome to this because there's a judge that's in the upright that's going to be hearing this case. Somebody could get the death penalty for this M over here. Your ex's lover could be having a psychotic break because your ex wants to come back. We've got a child and it came out in reverse. This person's very immature. Whoever they're in this relationship with, there could be children involved. Law enforcement seeing through some kind of an illusion here. Your ex's lover here could be this ice queen, or ice queen or ice king energy here. This could be a fallen twin. The stalker is very dangerous. So karmic soulmate here that's driving around, telling lies. Could have forged your name. Something fraudulent could be going on. This ex wants to come back. You cut them off. They could have STDs. Want to come back with some kind of love offer here, but there's permanent endings that are going on here, and you're divinely protected. Set up by an undercover agent or officer and detective. We had abundance come out in reverse. They thought they were in alignment to receive some kind of something here. They're a thief doing death magic. They're going to jail. They're a thief, and they had flying monkeys help be thieves too. Actual money with flying monkeys. That's narcissist minions there that were involved. They can't keep their lives straight where money's coming from. Could be acting like they don't know what they're talking about, trying to affect your chakras and you having abundance, trying to block your intuition, but theirs is blocked. They wanted you in fear. They went to the extremes. They can't keep their lives straight. They're getting set up. This person's a thief in your energy, and they're going to prison. They could have committed fraud in your name. Under doctor, spirit guides protect you going to prison and being taken to jail. We've got a karmic femme here who's a Jezebel in this commitment. Could have married this person. This person with party. Hagalaz, which is disruption, upheaval, crisis, and catalyst. Want your power for themselves. We have a nurse, so this person could have had to go to the hospital, could have an IV, or could have had to have one. Telling lies, false narrative about why they're sick. Emotional pain and suffering, mental disorder here, for sure. An illness, STDs, a rash. Something, they could have had a rash investigated and found out it was an STD. A doctor could be getting set up by an undercover agent, officer, or detective because they said that someone had a rash or STDs and they may not have. They could have had a doctor and a nurse that were being investigated by the feds. A nurse thought you were an easy target, saying that you had an illness and they got caught red-handed. You're going to prison. This nurse is getting set up by an undercover agent. And this ex wants to come back. Yeah, they're mentally and emotionally unstable. Emotional pain and physical suffering. They lost their driver's license. These curses and hexes are backfiring. They've got an illness. They wanted you dead. They victimized you. Giving and receiving an illness. So, lost their driver's license. It's an op here that you moved on from. Since they don't have a driver's license, they could be needing a ride. They thought you were an easy target, sweetheart. Feds are going to prosecute someone here. The Chinese zodiac sign of the snake. Someone's going to jail. They could get arrested in their neighborhood or in your neighborhood. We have a male ancestor here that was held in high honor. Grandfather energy, father figure energy. It's protecting you. Your guides are here. They could be helping work with these feds here to lead them in this investigation. You're coming out as this high priestess. You see straight through this ice king here. This butcher here. An ice king, ice queen energy. They're having a psychotic break because you're highly favored and highly blessed and they got caught red-handed. There's a third party situation here. And this butcher's knife has been tampered with in an investigation here. They need a knife. We got faith. Yeah, you're highly favored and highly blessed. You're a prayer warrior. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Under family, plea deal, control freak, and investigation, we have family could be expecting for this person here to get a plea deal. They're going to be in emotional pain. Doesn't look like it's going to be working out so well. They're wanting something to change with what's going on here. Clarifying knife, blade, bank employee. Thought they had you figured out, and this unaliving here. Voodoo. So ritual, sacrifice. Well, they're coming from a starseed, earth angel here. It's not going to work out well for them. They could have trusted a bank employee here to do something. You just keep healing from this death magic. You keep transmuting this energy. They don't know how you're still alive. Everything that was intended for you is coming back on them. We've got the legal field, legal situation over here with a lot of money involved. There'll be a good outcome in a court situation if you're involved with this. Karmic parents and karmic family members spying and stalking you. Your ex pleasing themselves to your pictures and they lack accountability in a legal situation here. They're going to jail. Trust your intuition. Don't go against your intuition. This legal team here could be trusting their intuition. They could, investigate their hunches with their gut instincts. That'll make a good detective. Someone in the legal system here could also, with the feds, you could be under surveillance to make sure that someone doesn't travel toward you. Got an entity attachment here. This person Definitely has an entity attachment on them. You're unbothered by this person's energy. Their demons aren't affecting you. This karmic could have been nice at one point, but they ended up turning into a nightmare. Someone in the legal system here could be a really nice person. Trust, your intuition is telling you that this person's karmic. Beside the entity attachment, we've got a boss, so this thing is controlling them. They're possessed by this thing. It bosses them around, and you're unbothered by their jealousy and their envy. They're doing love spells. They want real love with you. Now they're bound to some kind of lust demon here. This person could transition out with the death magic. They wanted you dead, so now they're pissed off because it's coming back on them. They're unhinged because you're happy. They don't want you happy. They're mad that you're happy. They were trying to manipulate your energy. Divine feminine, divine masculine, and your divinity. Okay. Clarify the veil. Knight of Swords, so law enforcement and the state trooper. This is definitely a law enforcement card here. The veil was lifted on something that was going on over here. Being assertive, heroic, impatient, taking a direct action. This person could become unhinged. They could become very aggressive and out of control. They're a bully. They could be irresponsible. This X here could rage out. Because they don't want to go to jail. Clarify travel. Someone from your past here. They're looking back and nostalgic. They're stuck in the past. They don't want to let go. They're in denial. They could regret something that they've done here. With the faults and the card with the forgery and the fraud here. Seven of Swords. This person could have stolen from you. They could have scammed you. Being deceitful and cheating. Clarify this love offer. We got the Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah. A loss of wealth, feeling unlucky, being very arrogant, and a failure. Clarify death magic. Death. Wow. That's crazy. So their punishment's going to be death. It's the end of the cycle. You let it go. This love offer, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. The Knight of Cups. Any kind of romantic proposal. This person's moody. It's unrequited love. They're a troublemaker. They're a heartbreaker. No. Yeah, they're the Eight of Wands. They're having an energetic backfire. Something could happen whenever they're traveling in their car. The Chariot with the King of Swords, they're going to get pulled over. They're going to get pulled over. Could be taken to the hospital for a BAC to check their blood to see if they're intoxicated. They're being taken to jail, and then they have to see a doctor and a nurse, some kind of health concern. Something could happen. They could have a psychotic break and become unhinged. They could be put on suicide watch. They could be held in the hospital because of their mental health and mental state. If they get pulled over, they could absolutely rage out. Tell me about these STDs up here. Being investigated. This is undercover. The Page of Swords can be an undercover officer here. There's a lot of law enforcement involved with this. The Hermit, that's a detective here. Wow. So some kind of STD here has spiked an investigation. With Jezebel and the health concern right beside each other, out traveling around giving love offers. They were in a relationship with a Queen of Swords or a King of Swords reverse. Absolute tyrant. Tell me about this rash. Six of Wands. Injustice. So some kind of victory in court. Truth's coming out. The clarity's coming out about this. Trying to defend themselves in a court situation here. They're scared to fight. They have a lack of courage. Tell about this law enforcement. Tell about law enforcement. We got the Knight of Wands. So law enforcement's traveling around, could be following this person. They can see that this person's a show off and that they're violent and reckless and that they're abusive. This person's under investigation. Clarify this psychotic break. The King of Wands. He came out in reverse. Oh, man. He's nasty, abusive, has a bad temperament. Could be a warlock. They're very impulsive. We've got the Eight of Swords on the split. They're mad. This person's going to jail. They're going to get arrested. They're going to feel trapped and they could, like, lose their mind. They got caught red-handed, this butcher here and his knife. The King of Wands reverse can be a warlock. Queen of Wands reverse can be a witch. So definitely dark magic going on here. They're experiencing karma here for what's going on. And it's going to be harsh karma. With the Five of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, that's harsh karma that they're getting ready to have to deal with. Completion of a cycle. This could be on the internet. This investigation. Investigating this toxic, obsessed devil energy here with all this lust. Their addictions. They feel trapped in what they've done. Clarify this unaliving here. An investigation about that. Feds could be looking into someone who unalived someone that was a butcher. Got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. They made a mistake. They made a mistake because the evidence was tampered with. They refused to learn. They're apathetic. With the courts here. Something's going on in the courts here. They're rebellious. They're in ultimate ruin because of something that was... a mistake was made. They're in ultimate ruin. They're having a breakdown. They're in rock bottom. They're utterly defeated. We've got a King of Pentacles energy on the split. Businessman, someone who's wealthy. They could be going broke. They're very greedy. They're corrupt. They could be extorting people. They're heartbroken and they're having an absolute nightmare. Got a King of Pentacles and a Queen of Pentacles here. They're full of anxiety and fear because of this court situation. It's traumatic. Something traumatic has occurred. Very jealous. Very mean and cruel. A social climber. Talk about this money. This bank employee over here. Clarify this bank employee. We got a King of Cups. Made some kind of a business deal with a bank employee here. They're anxious. Overly emotional. uncaring, that saw an opportunity. Trying to defeat an empress. Coming after an empress. This person's very codependent. They're defeated and they resent you. They created a lot of conflict and abuse. Talk about this hermit. The hermit could be watching a couple at their house that they're in a relationship with. Something's being exposed. It's definitely being exposed. Okay. Tell me about this health concern. Someone could be dehydrated because of partying too much and need an IV. Got the Ace of Wands. So this could be a dirty D or a dirty P. Could be wanting a new beginning. A lack of passion, being stagnant, a missed opportunity. King of Cups here. Father figure. Could be sick. King of Wands. Could be two masculines and an emperor with the Seven of Swords, being deceitful, cheating. Could be three masculines here because we've got the community, health concern, and false narrative with the world. Three people working together. Some could be online. They could have some kind of online business on the internet where they were making a lot of fucking money off of it. Could be committing fraud, stealing from people. Could have some kind of videos or something with Knight of Cups. It looks like PORN to me. Clear by Jezebel. The Knight of Swords and the Hermit. This Hermit, law enforcement coming in to get this person. Their family here. A mother figure could be contacted. The Empress and the Ten of Cups. From their family, from their childhood here. They could be partying. They're under investigation. They're being followed. Could be following to their job. Could be following them to their work. These people are under judgment. Whatever's going on here, Jezebel. Creating a lot of confusion and illusion. Clarify imprisonment. They went to the extreme and they can't set their lives straight and they got set up and undercover here with actual money. And then the abundance is gone. They could have paid an undercover officer to do something here and they didn't realize that they were setting them up. And now they can't keep their lives straight. We got a Page of Cups. Someone very childish and immature and naive, trying to defend themselves because of what's happened here. They're immature. They've got bad news. They made a bad decision to get out and do something reckless. Could have been drinking and driving. And whenever they get arrested, they could definitely take them to the hospital to have their blood drawn. Let's pull some Kipper. Let's see why they're being taken to jail. From the Kipper. Sudden wealth. So a lot of money. We've got a main male, a married couple. Because there's somebody, this fallen twin over here is in a relationship. We've got an official person that's held in high honor that's watching somebody's house. We've got a death plot here. Messages about a death that they were expecting. Sudden wealth. who were working really hard as lovers, stealing from people. This could be like some kind of a scam operation here, out journeying around, traveling around, going towards mature people to try and squander money off of them with thief and imprisonment, actual money, and doing death magic. We got unexpected income, and it came out in reverse. Wanting money and gifts, they're not getting it anymore. These thieves. Yeah, they're in despair. They don't want it to be known what's going on here in this court situation and what that they were involved in doing as their career criminal here. Another official person. They're looking into this couple here and what's been going on. A mature man, two false people, and a couple. There's messages involved about a lot of money, because a lot of money is involved over here with karmic family members. They were hoping for a good outcome with a lot of money involved here. They were hoping to be this wealthy man. The distant horizons, this main male's getting a message. It's going to get him all in his thoughts about a main female. He was working hard to get money so that he could be wealthy. Unexpected income twice for multiple deaths here. Could be sacrificing people to collect money off of them and getting a lot of money. And then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, you're sick? You're sick? I love you so much. They're concerned about what's going on with this investigative team because their journey is going to be to prison. They're going to jail because of scamming people, coming in, scamming people and putting them in poverty and stealing from them. Wow. Yep, so that they can be their lover. And whoever they're involved with, they're all going to prison. It's over, it's the end. 3 deaths could be involved here. Someone could literally pass away with the coffin in the pathway. They could cross over. Okay, I had to look for this deck. I never get to use this deck very much. And since we've got this out here, let's look at this. Let's see. What might want to come out? Tell me about this M over here that's being investigated by the feds for this butcher here that went to the extreme. Killer is a predator who tracks a specific type of victim. Yep. Dating history or killer knew of the victim. Yep. Lies, deception, and a potential cover-up. What else is going on with this person? Surveillance cameras may provide important clues. Take a closer look at one of the suspects. It could be a lineup. Social media will provide valuable clues. A friend knows something. Could be this bank employee over here. The M weapon used will provide valuable clues, and we've got a knife in this picture, and this knife and this blade up here, tampering with evidence with a bank employee who has a chronic health condition. I thought they had you figured out, but their destroyed ego has taken them down, and now this corrupt crime family's under investigation, and they're wanting a plea deal. Killer worked in the area. There were multiple people involved in the crime, and the killer has a history of committing crimes. Spontaneous behavior or mental illness contributed to the crime. This person is having a psychotic break. This person is crazy. Okay, let's pull from this deck. Well, they're definitely... Psychotic break has come out here twice. And they're like raging out. They could have even sustained a wound from like a knife or something whenever they hurt someone. Something could have happened in a wooded area. Got a secret society here. They're inside a secret society. Well, everything's collapsing. Something could have been done on someone's private property with this M over here. They went on a secret trip to someone's private property to do something here. There was a struggle. It was a secret of what really happened here, trying to keep something hidden. Something could be in the water. Trying to clean up something with the water. They could have sustained an injury. They were trying to clean it up. We got royalty. I got imprisonment. We got money. A couple got money. Couple did something for money. There's missing pieces to this puzzle here. The beach, but it came out in reverse. We have this right here that could have occurred. A meeting. And then they met up with someone and then kidnapped them and did that. Now they're full of fear because they've created a man-made disaster for themselves. They're sad because they were trying to create a distraction that they were a thief. This person is a serial unaliver. They could do this. Oh my goodness. They could do this to get out of debt. Road, neighborhood, and then surveillance is popping up back here. They could be driving past your house, or these feds here have got someone under surveillance, and they're surveilling whoever they're hanging out with. This person could be like a hitman here. Parental figure, a grandparent in the home. Could be a whole, like the whole family. Or they're all like this. The whole family is under investigation. And they want a plea deal. They're butchers. They're going to prison. Good God. Someone could try and unalive themselves because they don't want to go to prison. Yeah, they're greedy, all right. Wow. Okay, let's pull from here. And we're going to close out. What else do we need to know about this person's energy towards the collective? Just picked up false narrative and health concern whenever I was trying to pick all these up to put them back together. Okay. What do we need to know about this person coming towards the collective? We have a best friend. I love that I can confide in you about anything. You've been so supportive, and I'm fortunate to have you in my life. And that could have been slandering you to a community of people. Could have been saying that you were sick. because they thought that you were an easy target. This person's immature. You have no spark. There's no compatibility here. Right now, I'm not really at a place in my life where I can fulfill the demands of a healthy relationship. Just want to be friends. We have to admit that the chemistry just isn't there between us. Yeah, you lost interest in this person. You have no interest. I just don't feel the same way anymore. You're just focusing on your spiritual journey, and you're not lowering your standards to Jezebel's energy for any kind of connection that they could want to communicate with you about. It's just not happening. There were a lot of secrets. There's something I haven't been completely honest with you about. Miss making love to you. I will do anything just to hold you again. Message me. This person is toxic. Tell me about this Jezebel here. Karmic Femme could have been one of the first ones to have this sickness, and then they spread it. What else do we need? Unavailable. I'm not able to be in a relationship right now. We can hang out, but I can't give you more. And this person thinks that you're hot. Their love struck on you. The truth is, this person's in love with you. They're going crazy without you, and they want to see you so bad. Want to know if you still think about them. Do you still want them? Do you still love them? Need to know if I should move on. I'm hurting. They could have left you in that energy. And it was hard to heal because of all the confusion and illusions that were created. Your ancestors are here protecting you, and they're increasing your intuition so that you can navigate this relationship with this person. You could see straight through this karmic energy. This person could have told you about hurting someone here. Yeah, you're incompatible with this person. You have differences in perspectives and priorities that could make the relationship challenging. Friend zone or the no zone. No flying zone. Yeah. Yeah. It was easier to lie to you than to tell the truth. I wish I could take it all back. You know, this person, they can't fix what they've done. They can't fix it. They fucked themselves by trying to fuck you over. Tell me about legal over here. What about legal? We got Thunderstorm and Sapphire. Scorpio and Gemini energy. Mental force. Having wise judgment, hope and faith, power and strength and kindness. Motivated, you're precious, you're valued, you're holy, you have divine favor, and you're revered. This person could have been like the life of the party. You could be the life of the party. You've got spiritual insight. Maybe snoring. The thunderstorm is power and destruction. An electric display. Someone's in trouble. They're out of control. It's a warning. Triumphing over evil. Being fierce. Having conflict. An energy shift. The opportunity to overcome. And we've got the wheel of karma. This person's definitely experiencing karma. Gemini energy. Something was destined. It was inevitable. Cause and effect is unfolding. Divine intervention is here. The rise and the fall of the karmic wheel. Consequences for actions. We've got chess. Strategy and planning. It's checkmate. This person's in checkmate. You were thinking ahead. You could see this person's moves and their counter moves and their master plan. It was like a power struggle. Now they're facing the consequences of their actions for what they've done. You be snoring so loud. She's so cute when she snores. Sometimes she snores really loud. It's so funny. We've got friendship with Scorpio energy. Big red truck could be significant. Kind of could want to contact you and hang out and meet up in person. Want to get together. Could show up at your house. Could act like they just want to be friends. This person could say they want to be in a relationship. We've got dynamite. Leo energy. They're passionate. Want to take action. This person has a short fuse. Something unexpected and all of a sudden could happen. Then this person could become explosive. And they want to destroy like whatever is in their presence. They could think that you're fantastic. You definitely had a breakup with this person. And it could have been like a very explosive breakup. We need anything else? We got book burning. Could want to censor and silence and control you, creating discord, persecuting you, limiting your freedom and constraining you, playing mind games and changing the narrative, trying to cancel you out and rewrite history. We've got Libra energy. Yeah, well, they were playing games. They took a risk. They took a chance. Something fated is unfolding right now with this karma. What happens next? Sagittarius energy. Now what? We've got an urn with Cancer energy. Someone could literally pass away. A loss or a death. Being closed up. Having a breakup. Being in poverty. They're having setbacks. It's over. It's done. They've got roadblocks. Capricorn energy. Being blocked. Having barriers and challenges. Stuck and paralyzed in something that's going on. It's a huge obstacle. They can't do anything right now. It's one step forward and two steps back. Nothing they do works. Stalling something. It's time to regroup. Because of something that's going on in this investigation here with this court case. Sagittarius energy. There's going to be a conviction here. A decision will be made that they're going to be convicted. An offer could be accepted with some kind of a plea deal here in this legal matter. They're going to be judged by this judge here. It's a serious situation. An important decision has been made by this judge here. Who's the boss? Illinois could be significant. These corrupt family members here. Yeah, it's a hitman. It's a family, a freaking hitman. Receiving money to be a hitman from corrupt family members. Could be multiple families involved here. Let's pull from these and we're going to close out. What do we need from these? Suspicious. Yeah, so you're really suspicious of this person. Feeling not able to trust a person or believe they are guilty of wrongdoing, but you don't have proof. It's about fear. Do you feel like someone might be hiding something from you? Are you questioning the truthfulness of what someone is telling you? Are you keeping a close watch on someone or something even though you don't have a good reason to do so? You could be very suspicious of this person. Wow, suspicious again. Wow, very suspicious. You could both be suspicious. A lot of people could be suspicious because this person is careless. Keep your distance from this careless person here. You don't feel concerned or worried about making mistakes or harming someone or something. They have apathy. Do you feel like you're not paying attention to details or taking things seriously? Do you feel like you're not concerned with the consequences of your choices or behaviors? Do you feel like you're not following rules or guidelines that are meant to keep you safe and protect others? And this stalker who's dangerous here with STDs, they can't keep their lives straight. They've got an illness. Thought you were an easy target. Keep your distance from this person. This person's tired. You're tired. This person wore you the fuck out. They drained you. They're out draining people in their sacral chakra because theirs is blocked. When you feel fed up or annoyed by something or don't feel like doing anything, here's more apathy. Do you feel like you need to take a nap or go to bed even though it's not bedtime yet? It could be from this chronic health condition. Do you feel like you don't have the energy to do things that you normally enjoy? Are you feeling physically fatigued or worn out, like your body is exhausted? And that could be part of this death spells here. Okay. And when they were sending all this energy, it could have just made you really tired and you just could have transmuted the energy and slept it off while you were healing from all these attacks. What else? What's going on with this person here? Or these people? There's multiple people. It's a whole karmic family here. And lovers from your ex. Yeah, you've got morals. You're moral. Adopt a mindset of self-compassion. Okay. This person, and you have empathy and compassion. Keep your distance from this person. They're liking you. This person's very insecure. They're full of anxiety. They're anxious. Feeling uneasy or nervous in general, or afraid or concerned about an upcoming event. They're full of fear. It's about this court case here. Are you feeling nervous and worried about something specific, or do you feel uneasy without knowing why? Do you feel like your heart is beating faster or have sweaty palms even when you're not doing anything physically demanding? Are you more irritable or easily frustrated than usual? This person can be having panic attacks. They're very insecure. Feeling uncomfortable or without confidence in yourself. This person's got a lot of fear and apathy going on in their energy. Do you feel like you're not good enough or that you don't measure up to others? Constantly comparing themselves. Are you constantly seeking reassurance or approval from others to feel better about yourself? Are you afraid of being judged or criticized by others? This person's very worried about what everyone thinks. They're a people pleaser. Approving of and enjoying something or someone. Do you find yourself genuinely enjoying the presence and company of certain individuals? Are you experiencing positive emotions and a sense of warmth when thinking about or interacting with someone? Do you feel a sense of connection and resonance with someone's values, personality, or interests? And you're just moral. You're not corrupt. This person is dreading because of how careless they were. And with the distractions that they were trying to create. They're extremely afraid about something in the future. Feeling like something bad is going to happen even though they're not sure what it is. Feeling like they're anticipating something with a sense of fear or apprehension. Having trouble sleeping or eating because of a feeling of impending doom. They know something is getting ready to rock their world. Yeah, they're disappointed because they didn't expect it to end up this way. They're let down because what they hoped was going to happen isn't what's happening. They're going to fucking jail. So they're pouting. Now they're mad because they're not getting their way with their deviant behavior here. You're going to get caught up eventually. And this gavel's going to pound in your in your face and day in court one of these days. These thieves that took this money, they're going to prison. Imprisonment has come out I don't know how many times. Somebody's going to jail. Alright, let's roll the dice. Leo, double Aquarius, Sagittarius, Virgo, Cancer, Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, Pisces, Libra, Pisces, and triple Leo. Wow. So the sun is Leo. Something's getting exposed here. Let's pull the dates first. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 55, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 13, 13, 16, 18, 19, 19. Oh, whoops, here's a 6 I didn't see. 21, 22, 22, 25, 26, 28, and 31 could be significant. P R H W X Q A. Somebody could be taken in for questionings. They want answers. AA. Someone could need to go to AA. Triple A. Someone could be in a wreck or have car problems. G R M Grim M Z F V L G Q S Z E J A O L K I P. Kip. Lip. Gap. F K. I'm gonna fuck somebody. O. Fuck off. Z A Q, X, N, C, North Carolina, T, V, something could be on someone's TV. Could see something on TV, on the news, or online. B, M, baby mama. We'll do one more row. M, W, J, Q, X, D. Alright guys, this is going to be our reading. You guys just take this how it resonates. Don't force anything to fit. Just take what's yours and leave the rest for someone else. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for spending your time with me and little sweet Evie. We appreciate you guys. I hope you'll hit the like button and the subscribe button and join this awesome soul tribe. 111 on the clock. We love you guys. Thank you, collective. Bye.